Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Brickfeed Super Amazing Podcast. It's about Lego. It's about the German building blocking, and you're joined here today by EXX Trooper and who else?
It's me, Messa.
It's me, LJ.
And also, Var is not here. That's totally unrelatable, you know. And then also today we are joined by an honorary guest. The man, the myth, the legend, the guy behind the cool comic that's... I don't remember the name. It's something in the middle. It's Bricks in the Middle. Is that the one?
That is it.
That's right. I was going to say it's not cool enough, apparently.
It's super cool, alright? And he's part of, like, Brick Live. They do stuff as well, you know. All the guys want to be him. All the chicks want him. Who is it? Say your name.
Me? I guess
Yeah,
it's
you're the guy.
It's you,
It's you.
Hinkle.
Kevin Hinkle.
Say your name.
No, he said it. We're good.
Oh, okay. Oh, I missed it. Yay! Kevin Hinkle's here.
Welcome finally to the
I'm
Brickfeed
extremely
podcast,
honored.
Kevin Hinkle. It's been a long time coming.
How are you doing today, Kevin? Are you doing all right?
I'm doing awesome. I'm doing a lot better now, actually.
Oh, that's great. I want you to be happy. I want your time here to be memorable because you know we like you and we want you to like us. You know, we want to have a two-way street going on here, and we're gonna have a great time. We're gonna talk about Lego.
We only thought this was a Mega Bloks cast.
Right? What did you say? The German blocks.
Yeah,
What did you say?
Let's talk about the German blocks.
The blocks that like snap together, but like they're made of plastic, so they're but they're not German. They're Danish. Did I say German?
You
Yeah.
did say German.
I meant Danish looking.
Totally.
Oh man, I messed up
I mean,
already, and we're like, not
listen,
even,
to
like,
us
1 minute
Americans,
in.
it's basically all just one, like, I don't know, cube.
It is.
Europe, you know, it's
It
all
is.
the same. Who
Yeah.
cares? You know, it's great. So,
Yeah.
did you guys get any new Lego this week?
I did.
Oh, there he is.
Bart,
Oh,
you're
thank
not
goodness.
here. You're not here.
He's here. He's here.
Okay, bye.
No, wait, stay, please.
Okay.
X, Y.
All right, Bart, what did you get? Tell me, buddy.
Well, I made a video on it on the channel that I got like a huge Jurassic World box with like 4 different Jurassic World sets in it, so that was cool. I've only built 3 of the 4 that I got. I got the Brickheads Owen and Blue, which are neat. I always love the Brickheads. And then I don't even know the names of it. Hold up, let me get these boxes. Hold up. 1 second. Delay.
Wow. Hey, while he did.
Okay.
They sounded like you ran off.
He did.
He has, and his house isn't, or apartment.
Delay.
He'll be
Alright.
back. He'll be back.
I'm right here. I got
There you
the Blues Helicopter Pursuit and the Carnotaurus Gyrosphere Escape. Those are the 3 I've built so far.
Do you like the gyrosphere? Is that a neat little thing?
Honestly, they're both pretty cool.
Nice.
I've never really been big on like the dinosaur sets or anything, or especially the Jurassic World stuff. I don't really know much about, but they're pretty good. They've got like a decent little package kind of going on. You know, they're relatively good play sets with like small little like building assets and then vehicles that come with it, and obviously the dinosaur figures are neat. So I like them. I don't actually know how much they are though, because let me see. I'm not sure if they're worth.
We
their
have talked
price
about
per
all
se.
those sets throughout an episode.
I feel like I felt like I remembered that we did. Yeah, they're pretty cool though. I like them. So
That's awesome. I've been getting some system Lego sets, and I'm gonna keep that under wraps. So I'm not gonna reveal it. It's a little bit of a surprise. It's something I'm working on.
Then why did you mention it at all?
I'm generating hype, dude.
We're on a timer here.
Dude,
Got a
We'll
thing.
get one shot.
Got it.
Did you get anything, Kevin?
I got things, and I'm not going to talk about those things.
Nice.
No, don't do the LG thing. He's stupid. You do the cool thing. Do it.
I did actually get. I got a thing. A thing showed
What's
up.
the thing?
So I was suckered into a UCS Millennium Falcon.
Wow, that's
so
not
that-
even just a thing. That's a big thing.
It's a thing. It's a big thing. It actually arrived yesterday.
Have you built it yet?
As soon as it arrived, I sat in my basement and did nothing until I finished building. No,
Yes.
I haven't even opened it up. I took it out of its outer shipping container, but that's about all. But no, I was. It's a cool ship. Obviously, it's interesting. It's neat. I'm knowing what I know. I know the thing is never, ever, ever going to get marked down. So it's the price is what you're going to get. So what kind of pulled me in was the VIP points. So I said, you know what? It's not going to get better than this. I'll take my 1,400 VIP points and I'll get it. But I had to get this little BB-8 thing, so it was the most expensive way to get the BB-8.
Wow, absolutely incredible.
Yeah, no, you
Oh,
paid
that medium BB-8 thing with like all the dish on the sides thingy.
Like the
Yeah.
So you bought
Dude, you talking about getting the Millennium Falcon? Just go on, LJ. Just go.
He bought an $800 BB-8 and then got the set with purchase. It just so happened to be the Millennium Falcon this time.
Exactly.
box there.
Nice.
Yeah. So I mean, it's that's something I got.
Dude, I love all those pictures that you put on like Twitter and Instagram, where you have it like built and then you have everything set up very neatly, and you have like the extra parts.
Thank you.
All neatly put up and everything. I can't wait for you to do that with the Millennium Falcon, just because there's going to be so many extra parts, and I mean, can you even get everything like in one shot there? Because you get like the box, and I don't know, man. I'm looking forward to you making that thing. That'll be neat.
I'm just trying to provide entertainment to the world. That's it. But
Yeah.
I think if I recall correctly, there was a guy maybe in London, Falcon, and he posted the extra pieces. Like he laid them out. It was just the pieces by themselves, and I think it was like the size of like a 3x3 or 4x4 table filled with pieces.
Wow.
I recall seeing it like in the AFOLs of Facebook group or something like that. But yeah, when I do build it, I'll make sure I do the same procedure.
Oh yeah, definitely. You need to do that. It's like a tradition.
Find it,
at this
you
point.
know, kind of interesting to see what are the things that get thrown in there, the extra parts.
Yeah.
Next, what you should do is get the best set Ninjago City, and just see all those extra pieces, because they're actually pretty neat and cool.
I do need to get that set. I haven't even built it. I kind of built a little bit of it, and then that was taken away from me.
Yeah.
And so I haven't even completed the set.
Yeah, no, I remember. I think you told me at one point you did lay your hands on a version of the Lego City, at the very least.
We had a because that wasn't too long ago, and I was still working at Lego at the time. We had a volume sample of that product that needed to be built for reasons, and they entrusted me to build it just because, surprise, surprise, not many people like to build that work in the halls of the great Lego group. And so I brought it home, and sadly, it was missing an insane amount of pieces. As soon as I got to the water, which I think is step 5, I had not enough of the translucent tiles, and I mean, like, grossly underestimated. Like, I had like 5, and I needed 70 something.
Wow.
So are you gonna
problem.
break-link the rest of the pieces, or what's your game plan here?
No.
So I took that back. I mean, after I
okay.
said I can't finish this assignment, and so they needed to find them some other way, and I never got possession. So.
Oh. That was a pretty sad story, so we'll hopefully we'll add on a
Very sad.
Bounce back. We can bounce back.
Yeah, okay. So, moving on to some Lego news. We're gonna talk about actual things happening as well. First up, we're gonna have the 10 new projects that qualify for the Lego Ideas review. And
hooray! I love
This is your
that more
favorite.
than another batch of Lego Ideas possibilities.
So we'll see how many of you guys are using your precious votes on stupid ideas that are never gonna make it a day.
Okay,
Oh,
how
my
dare you,
goodness.
Let's.
X is saying what I'm totally thinking.
dude?
I
This
laugh.
is great.
Every time.
Ideas is great when it's utilized for something great and not something dull. So,
Every time you say anything about Lego Ideas X, it's hilarious.
thanks, man. You know, I got a lot to say, and then I put it out there without thinking, and then I gotta face the consequences. You know, that's just the way of life.
Yes.
You just run. I love it. It's hilarious. Please don't stop on my account.
Oh, I can't. There's no breaks here. All right. So we can go through. Should we go through these one by one? See what you guys think. You know, and then we see.
Why not? Why not?
We're gonna see which one's our favorite. You know. So you got the link there in the chat, and the first one's up. It's a plane.
Okay, so
kids are totally gonna buy the Embraer A29 Super Tucano Smoke
there is
Squadron.
definitely
you joke.
There's definitely something special regarding this plane, but I don't know what it is.
It's simple and flat and plain.
Okay.
And interesting.
So planes are actually
Elder.
super insanely cool. The fact that you're saying that is just a crime. I think this is awesome.
Plainly.
I
plainly cool.
Okay.
You know, I think planes are great. You know, you pay a ticket and then you are in a tube of farts for 5 hours and then you're in a different country. It's great. You know.
I think they're very plain.
Oh my gosh, you
Got
get it.
'em!
But no, I think this is
please
fine.
convince us why planes are really cool here, LJ. You know,
This
go.
plane is like whatever because it's kind of a prop plane.
Wow.
It looks like one of those old World War II planes that kind of got converted into a stunt aircraft. I don't really care so much about this one, even though it's incredibly well built. I'm super excited for the second one, which is awesome.
We're not getting to that just soon. Kevin, what is your general opinion on planes? Do you think planes are cool? Would you categorize them in the cool stuff category? Let me know your thoughts.
Being very broad, right? Like all airplanes in existence.
Just planes in general.
The concept of airplane.
The concept of a plane.
Helpful. I think it's a very functional device. In terms of being interesting, I think really old aircraft like biplanes are kind of cool. Wright Brothers planes, kind of neat. A connoisseur of aircraft.
Huh. So, is there anything does people in the chat, whichever chat, is there something very special about this airplane? Is there a point in history where this plane did something? Is there something we're missing here?
Well, let's find out. Let's go.
It's a neat plane, but how did it get 10,000 votes? What was the?
Let's go to submission page.
I'm reading on it right here.
The 7 airplanes that constitute the squadron perform amazing air stunts that will leave you amazed if you see it in video, and speechless if you see it live. My attempt of recreating the Smoke Squadron A29 is shown in the following pictures. Aircraft features, yada yada. So I guess it's just I'm assuming it's the Brazilian version of the Blue Angels. It's it's a very popular stunt crew.
We got ya boy, Ulti, in the Discord chat, bringing us the hot sauce here. He says this plane set the airspeed record, and that's what's special about it.
No, Ulti's talking about the SR-71. Ulti, we're talking about the Super Tucano.
We're talking about the colored one. Yeah.
We're talking about the Super Toucan.
All right.
Super it's the Fruit Loops.
Exactly.
It does kind of look like a Fruit Loops.
Can't say I'm the airplane.
We're just kind of getting very stuck on this plane. I will say that I will give this plane a thumbs up for the fact that it's not related to a very known theme or franchise or license or anything.
That automatically means it has a decent chance of getting accepted.
Yeah, it's an actual original thing. I will give though that it is a plane.
It is a plane.
We had planes before, but we're gonna move on to something that LJ is not excited about at all. So LJ, let us know how much you're not excited about this one particular idea at all.
Wow.
Go, man.
The SR-71A Blackbird is such a cool plane. As Ulti was saying, it did set the airspeed record. Let me see here.
You sure it's not the little pretty Fruit Loop plane that is?
110%. Because the thing about the SR-71 is that it was built around the time of the Cold War to be a reconnaissance aircraft. And so it could go to such a high altitude where other countries would be able to know it's there and do nothing about it because the SR-71 was too high for their missiles to reach and too fast for the missiles to catch up to it. And one of the cool things about this plane is that the faster it goes, the less fuel it actually consumes. You could use this plane to make it from, I think it was Los Angeles to New York in less than an hour, I want to say, tentatively. I'm not 100% certain on that number. But it's super fast plane, super historic, incredibly awesome, and this model is brilliantly built. I love how this looks. Very faithful to the actual aircraft.
Pretty generic.
Okay.
Really? Oh my gosh.
I'm kidding.
Oh my god.
This is like a very standout military aircraft. It's a very iconic looking thing. It looks very different from most airplanes. Like you can see it. You can see that it's something special. You know, this is kind of stuff I like. I'm on board with LJ on this one.
Yes,
I want this. I want this to be a set, and it's not going to be, and I'm gonna cry because that's. They're not gonna get. I don't even think that they're gonna allow them to have this as an actual set. The
problem is though, it's a military aircraft, and LEGO doesn't like to do anything military. However, it's a non-combatant aircraft. It has no armament. It's purely reconnaissance.
LJ, why put these sets on the screen?
That's a. Do you like SR-71, Kevin?
In a separate tab because I was
feel like the reconnaissance thing might be a bit of a technicality, though. I feel like they still wouldn't want to go for this.
Probably not, but
it all comes to like generic consumer perception. You know,
exactly.
if random mom in the store goes, "That's a military plane," then there it is, and it's you can get into all the nitty gritty technical details, but if grandma and grandpa don't get that, well, grandpa probably would get that. Grandma or Auntie May think it's military, then that's all it takes to.
So right.
Yeah.
Well, how do you know all this? What do you just work for Lego or something? You know what?
A short internship.
Oh, okay.
Years and I was out.
Oh, okay.
It's always incredible. I mean, from experience, it's incredible the things that people, the masses, and it's just that's how it is. I mean, I've many years remember hearing the skeletons and the castle themes were promoting witchcraft and voodoo. The Santa that was the Advent calendar was promoting nudity. I mean, just like it just takes that one person that goes, I think this, and then it's all over. So, I think, your point is valid that it's not necessarily a tank, but are they going to think it's a tank?
Yeah.
Probably.
A military aircraft. Yes. More than likely.
Can we go back to that Santa nudity thing real quick?
I don't want
to. Get a bit more info on that.
Remember there was a
logistics
calendar like a couple years ago that had Santa he was just taking a shower. He was like summer Santa. So one of the boxes, you popped it open and he had he had the little black bikini, but he was a yellow minifig.
Oh no.
He had a little brush. He had a little shower.
Dude, I totally missed this. Like
that was an incident.
Calendar.
That was an incident.
I never remember just going through an advent calendar throughout Christmas, and then just one of them
offended.
One of them is just a naked Santa.
I got the Santa. This is
put in the something.
This is okay.
He is. Look at him.
That was in an actual set. That's great.
That's great.
I'll get the image.
Fine. Fine. But,
I mean, I guess I could kind of see where they're coming from, but I don't know.
It's peculiar.
Naked Santa.
Huh. Well, moving on from SR-71 Blackbird stealth airplane to Naked Santa, we're gonna move on to what?
I just got Naked Santa up on the screen.
Gotta go faster, bro.
Oh.
Well, we didn't have a picture at the time.
Well, we're gonna move on to the next one, which is a completely original creation, and it's just a very neat-looking treehouse.
This one is quite awesome. Although it will never
like
get released
this.
as an actual set because it's too big, but it is quite awesome.
Yeah.
I don't think it's too big because it feels like about the same size as the fishing store thingy that they made.
I guess.
Olive Greenhouse.
It looks quite bigger than that.
It
but
is.
Maybe in terms of total pieces, it's not as large, but it's certainly taller.
No. This
yeah,
looks much
but-
bigger in every way than the fishing store. 'Cause
Yeah, this looks like it could.
It doesn't look
stand
that
up
big.
right next. It looks like it could stand up next to the Ninjago City and be roughly about the same height.
Well, let's see if there's a piece count. 2,643. What the
Okay.
old fishing store have?
Let me check.
Interesting.
I like
so
this just because it looks like a good quality structure.
that's
that
interesting.
could be-
That they
It
use
is-
that piece count really well.
It is 600 more than the old fishing store, though.
How
Old
do
fishing
people?
store had 2,049.
Is there an okay? Has anyone ever like tried to find out the piece count of their own mock? Like, is there an easy way to do that?
That's what's blowing my mind is that this
Yeah, like,
person's
how
like,
did he do that?
exactly 260. It's like nobody does that.
Yeah, like, you have to take them apart because like I used.
Yeah,
to
you'd have to retroactively like rebuild it and everything. to figure it out.
Yeah, like how, and then you forget that like that one. That seems so. No, I would
Imagine,
not.
though, like being at some kind of fan show, like a Brick Fair or whatever, and the public's like, "That's a really great, 6-foot spaceship you've built. How many pieces in there?" Like, I'm glad you asked. There's 163,482. It's like, oh, that's incredible. How long did it take you to build? Oh, it took me 300 hours, and it's like nobody knows the answers to these questions. It's just,
No.
make it up.
You should just like make stuff up. Like just put like a tiny little mock and just say it took me 438 hours to build this, and they'll just blow all like the public's mind.
A little
They'd
kid,
have no idea.
they would just look at you like you're
Yeah.
amazing.
Oh, man.
Oh, but yeah, I like tree houses. I think they're nice. Does anyone have any strong opinions, one way or the other, regarding this Lego tree house that we're seeing here?
No.
Like a few tree houses recently. Like there's been a Friends tree house, a Creator tree house.
Maybe
Well,
Treehouse
tree-
is a
Treehouse
cool
is
in
like
thing
a-
right now.
It's like a semi-new thing that is also like an old thing, if that makes sense. Like think of Lego that made like 1,000 police trucks, and like Treehouse is like the new. something.
I'm calling
Like,
it now. Treehouse is the new black. It must
Yeah, there's gonna be like a new Treehouse every year. It's
Hospital tree house. Here's the
Yeah.
Ninjago tree house.
yeah, they're gonna make
Bio-
different Treehouses. all the
Bionicle
way.
comes back as a treehouse theme.
Yeah, here comes the
I mean-
snow Treehouse.
I mean, half of our like mocks for our contest are tree houses, so
Yes.
That's true, and they were the best. And I wish one of them would have won, but
they were definitely the best ones.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sapling.
Well, we're gonna move on to. All right, this is very hard for me because this is someone I know made this. It's Legoholic's Stitch that you see here. He Legoholic.
Ooh, wow, that's really good.
He is a I should just bring up his Flickr. He is the most popular Lego person on Flickr, I believe, with like nearly 10,000 followers, and he is. I don't even know how to like describe. It's like he's
I would buy this
really
thing
good
in a
at putting
heartbeat.
pieces together. Have you seen anything of Legoholic at all, Kevin Hinkle? Do you know his
What?
work?
Absolutely. Legoholic, who I think a couple years ago finally just now goes by Tyler because his name.
Hey.
But Tyler has been hitters for a number of years. He is incredibly talented. He has done of actual commissions for a number of organizations, a number of clubs, a number of brick-based businesses.
Wow.
He's done a lot of. Now he's also just started his venture of building better bricks with Sean Mayo. Have their own kind of enterprise that they're doing with instructions. They did like Mario and Luigi and Bowser, and they did a whole whole Nintendo kind of lineup, and then they did like the Disney Castle. So he is a heavy hitter. Been around forever.
Yeah, he has ever since I started Flickr in like 2008. he was there, and he has just been building and posting all the time. First time I met him in person, and only time that is actually, was in the line on the Lego House trip, and I got to talk to him when we were waiting in line to get into the Lego store. And just a quick rundown, looking through his Flickr, you can just see that like every single is just a great creation. Like he's very varied in all his creations.
Insane.
But yeah, he can build everything. You can just like if you need something like a crazy whatever you want someone to build, then like he'll build it. He can build anything. It's we're gonna try to stay away from like this is just turning into a whole Lego Lego commercial. Like I think Kevin Hinkle really put a better rundown. I'm just kind of just going everywhere, see what comes to mind. But anyway,
Kevin Hinkle,
all this in mind,
you should host Brickfeed.
He definitely. I will say that he is incredibly talented. He has branched into a lot of different places. So if people that are not, because Flickr, I mean, we can all kind of admit it's kind of on the trail end now.
Yes.
Want to follow him elsewhere? Come on now. He does have accounts pretty much anywhere you can have an account, but he goes by Tyler Builds on all the other things.
Shout out to the Tylers in life.
I'm for it. What does trail end mean? Is this like a negative thing? Like I'm very curious because I have absolutely no idea.
It means that in the realm of
it's on its way out, yo.
Sharing Flickr is barely relevant.
Flickr's dying?
Oh my god!
What happened? You need to save it.
Kevin, look what you did!
That's my home.
Get the CPR!
My site, dude.
Realize that it was also sold, right? Like a couple weeks ago. It
Oh.
was sold to a different business.
What?
I've been too busy sorting and playing Destiny, dude. I don't know what my life is anymore.
If you go to Flickr, so it was actually interesting because this happened in real time while I was at Philly Brickfest a couple weeks ago. So somebody was checking Flickr and they go, "Wait a minute, why is Flickr's logo 2 donuts?" First of all, why are you checking Flickr? Second of all, what do you mean there's 2 donuts?
There's 2 donuts. What?
So if you follow,
Axel, when was the last time you were on Flickr?
Today. I've never noticed these donuts, man. What is this?
It is a thread that you must pull, because when you follow it, it'll take you to the announcement that they were sold off to a different company. They don't really 100% know what the future is going to be, but there's not going to be any immediate changes. So maybe you'll still have a Flickr account, maybe not. Who knows?
Oh my god!
Did I back up all my stuff on Flickr?
You probably that's probably a good idea, actually. Yeah.
That was a funny exchange.
I do know that there was a lot of fear because like the company that Flickr was sold to has got like a pay account system essentially. So I know that a lot of people were scared that Flickr would implement something like that where you have to pay to upload images. So
yeah, I mean, actually, you know what happened with Vessel when Horizon got bought, so...
But we got the idea to save Vessel, but it was too late. But now we've identified the problem before the apocalypse, so everyone knows what we're gonna do. We're gonna set up a Patreon for Flickr. Alright? We're gonna save them.
Oh my gosh. Let's start it at the $100 tier.
Yeah, and if you're at like the 5th tier, you get like a T-shirt. I don't know. But anyway, like we're dialing back from. All right.
The Stitch intro.
I'm sorry.
No,
that was
I love
cool,
right? This stuff happens everywhere. But like, I'm just gonna picture the ladder here. All right, we went from donuts, Flickr dying, Legoholic being amazing, and then Legoholic stream, and then the top 10 the reviews for like Lego ideas. All right, so Lego ideas, Stitch. What do you guys think about Stitch, huh?
Would buy, move on.
I like it. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's like what I was trying to say about everything regarding Legoholic is just that this is like everything I hate about Lego. I love Legoholics. I'm really conflicted about whether or not I want to support this, but I mean, a Stitch would be cool because I do actually like the
Wait, so what do you think about
cat
that?
we got like a time ago? Wally. I like that one. So
He doesn't like
What
licensed.
aspect of this do you? Oh, license. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
and next
Fair
one
enough, I
we
guess.
have ourselves a bootleg version of a Lego modular. I mean, it's a cool modular, right? It's a good mock, but like, this is it just seems like another modular. I'm really harsh with Lego ideas. I'm sorry.
What you really need to do, which I would be thoroughly entertained with, is you need to do your own version of the Lego review video each cycle, like a real polished, edited, like
Oh, that's a
fine-
great idea.
Dude, if only I was affiliated with a Lego YouTube channel, I could put that video. You know, that'd be great.
Yeah, probably.
Welcome.
If only we've been trying to get you to make your own series of videos for years now.
Oh, dude, it's been 3 years actually. I've been keeping count. It's great.
Very entertained. I'm very entertained with everything you say about ideas is hilarious.
Thanks, man, I should make that serious. What?
You're like the funniest person I know.
I'll agree
Thanks,
with
man. I think you're funny too. You say things come out your mouth, and I'm just like, that's funny.
A
Great.
lot of Lego discussion going on.
that. All right.
Right, yeah, this is the Danish Blocking podcast, you know. So we're talking about bricks. Do you guys like this modular? It has like
love
pizza
it.
and like arcades and stuff. You guys like this?
I think this
I
is a great
appreciate it for its design work. I would not buy it.
Can
as
you
I don't-
post a picture on Discord for me, X? Because I can't load it.
I am going to do that because we're friends.
Bam.
I like you. Ah,
Thanks,
he was
guys.
Beaten.
That was intense.
Oh. All right, can you guys post some more pictures of that modular in the chat, guys? That'd be great. We just need 3 more of the exact same image. That'd be great.
Modular
Yep.
spam.
Exactly.
Spam jeweler.
This is cool, and I also see it working as a set. The only thing about it is it seems pretty. I mean, it seems like this is something that we could possibly get like officially without the need for Lego ideas. So there's that. But this looks really cool.
I'll agree.
I will say that this time around, we're not having like these small scenes from like sitcoms or something come along. Like there's an actual model going on here. Like of all,
Right.
I don't have all of these the Lego idea set, like the 10 review set, like from every time. I don't have those stored in my brain. But these seems like one of like the best ones, the best lineup I've seen so far. That's what I'm
It
trying
is
to
a very
come
solid
across.
lineup. Yeah.
Yes.
I like it a lot.
Like
And
having
there's a picture of a TV, and it has like a sticker of like a moose. So I can only presume that person's watching Animal Planet, which is basically what I grew up on. So I am 100% in support of this set. I think it's.
I think
wonderful.
that's
weak
strange.
loser.
I think. Oh, dude, that's a really cool Easter egg. That Hariso Kurigo, Naruto fan, Wadan actually, put in the chat of there's the guy on the side there who is in the little rocket. There has like a old space logo going on there, and like the face on the guy is the same as Benny from the Lego movie. You see the creation? You see what's going on there?
Yeah,
Connection?
there are a couple others
Yeah.
too. Like there's a guy with a Blacktron 2 shirt, a guy with a Galador shirt, and then a gal with a Fabuland shirt.
I know, but
Yeah.
like there's no. Yeah.
I know what you mean. The correlation.
Yeah, there's like 2 things, there's 2 dots being connected,
Bravo.
Yeah, Benny on the spaceship. Woohoo!
Yay!
I like it.
I deserve praise. Do you like modulars, Kevin? You have a lot of Lego, but I don't know if you have modulars at all.
I like them quite a bit. I think they're an amazing build. Every time, it's just amazing the different techniques and stuff in those. So I'm always a fan of the modulars.
Most certainly.
So moving on, we got ourselves the 3rd plane in this review lineup. It's a yellow plane. It is part of some kind of franchise or something
No,
that
it's
I
not.
am not
It's
familiar with.
It's not necessarily, I guess I should say.
It's
wait.
not necessarily an airplane?
No. Okay,
Not necessarily part of a franchise.
All right, I saw Amelia Earhart. I'm not familiar with this book, so never mind.
Is that...
Okay.
I think you're probably thinking the same thing I am, which is when I saw this, I thought The Little Prince. Like when I first looked at it, I said, "Oh, is this a Little Prince thing?" But it is. Oh, it is based on a book, isn't it?
I've never
I
heard
am
of this
Amelia
book
Earhart.
before.
It must be pretty known, considering it got 10,000 votes, though.
I think the most important thing is this
Wait,
is
sorry,
by the same builder who did the Big Bang Theory.
Ah.
I don't understand. Because this looks kind of alright, and then there's also that monstrosity that was the Big Bang Theory build. Like, what is... This guy's quite duality going on. So I don't...
Oh, that's...
Like, what, like, the culprit here is going to be what he builds next, you know? Because there's this side, and then there's this side, you know? Like, where is it going to go next?
So this is from a new book, 2014. So that's probably why none of us have heard of it since.
Oh, but
adults
like the
now,
book,
but-
it looks really old-ish, you know? It looks kind of Calvin Hobbes, kind of like.
Well, I'm sure it's a style.
Yeah, just an
Yeah.
artistic design
style that
choice.
they went with.
So this just looks like a promotion for someone's book, man.
Hey,
It
It is.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, dude.
Well,
I think I said the wrong thing. Research Institute. She did the Research Institute, I think.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
oh,
worse,
okay.
dude.
Fair enough.
Situation worse.
Ow!
Because
My gosh.
at least
I
the other
think,
one had like one coherent set instead of like 3 little words, you know? PG.
I mean, I get the complaint that it's just a promotion of the book. However, I do feel like a lot of these ideas have just been promotions of other, properties that people enjoy. So I mean,
That's how it
like,
works.
if this is something that a lot of kids currently are familiar with and enjoy, and the parents who are reading this book to their kids also enjoy it, then I think it makes sense that this would be so high up in the voting.
Perfectly
train.
in line with their other.
So there's a lot of sympathy votes, is what you're saying.
Oh my goodness.
Sure, why
Oh my
not?
gosh. Okay. I mean, if we're gonna get a plane, it would be nice to get a plane that I guess is recognizable and nostalgic for people and makes them feel good.
Perfect. Well spoken.
Better than mine. All right, so next one, I kind of recognize the yellow thingy, but I don't know where this is from.
This is another
anyone-
licensed theme. It's, I think, a TV show called Mystery Science Theater 3000. So,
This sounds like some child something.
I don't know. I know it's just
Odd
based
one.
on
I'm
something.
looking at the page here that the show began like 1988, so there's probably a lot of nostalgia factor going on here.
There is.
But I'm really curious about how this mock works. Is that like different scenes that you can put behind? What's the deal here? Does anyone decipher this?
This show, if you're not familiar with it, it's a show that watches movies. That's the thing. It's kind of like gets a little bit like Beavis and Butthead, where they watch music videos and they have commentary about it.
Are they the ones
But
who do
it's-
riff tracks? Or am I thinking of someone else?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I mean, I didn't watch it regularly, but I knew what it was. And so
Yeah, they are
I
riff
think
tracks. All right.
it says this guy's like stuck in some place with these 3 robots, and he's destined to watch every movie in eternity. And so they sit there in a movie theater, and you see their silhouettes as they watch a movie, and they talk about it.
That's cool.
Huh.
Essentially sync viewing, but before.
But
Okay.
IRL.
Interesting.
Yeah.
See,
Alright.
it's kind of a weird concept for a set, but sure, I guess.
It's very creative. I just do not see that working at all.
I think it just came back on Netflix or something like that, if I'm not familiar. Like someone just brought the series back
Dude,
recently.
Netflix does that. Sometimes it's great and sometimes it's not so great. So,
Yeah.
Thank you, X.
all right.
I think-
So next one up, guys. We got probably my favorite of this lineup. You know, it's not a gray box. It's not a license. It's all that. It's the licensed gray box. It's the Star Wars.
It's a giant block of gray. Yeah.
We don't need Star Wars and Lego ideas. They're gonna milk out everything in that universe eventually. We don't need... We could have an X-Men mansion. You know, that's something cool.
I mean,
And I can already imagine you standing in front of like a Lego store or something, and they're unaware of what's happening. This video,
not-
you're like, next up in the review, we have this licensed gray box by user, and you're just sitting there going through each of the. It's just great.
that would be awesome.
I mean, I love
I'm-
Star Wars, but it
Yeah.
hurts.
I'm absolutely with you here, X. I don't think ideas is a place for Star Wars.
Especially not Star Wars like this. It's like,
Yeah, we get plenty of this already. We really don't need this submitted through ideas.
There's that-
But
Hearing me rant is only fun for so long. So
I can hear your frustration.
Yeah, like,
I can
So
hear
much
your
pain in that.
restraint.
all right. So I'm actually this next example. We're just gonna skip the next one. This is the Flintstones, and this is a good grade.
Would buy in a heartbeat.
They're putting some color in there. There's some character. You know, it's licensed. It is a familiar.
Ooh, this is pretty. I like this
But
one.
it translates to Lego well. Like, this isn't like Gilmore Girls Cafe. You know, it just looks like a normal cafe. But like, this is another one that I feel like is a good like present for like your extended relatives or something. You know, like yeah,
who,
right.
Yeah,
This
just something
is-
you can get that everybody recognizes. I really like this one.
Good kind of license, and you know, I had Boomerang. I watched Flintstones sometimes. You know, I can.
Yeah.
I was just about to ask you. You know, I know you don't obviously represent all of Europe, but I was going to ask kind of what was the Flintstones, because I know with Scooby Doo, you know, there's the reason why the Scooby Doo products weren't sold in Europe is because they didn't resonate with the market at all. So I was curious if you were familiar with Flintstones when you were.
I was, but that's mostly because I like before I got the addiction that was video games. When I was done with Lego for the day, I would watch a lot of cartoons. So I watched like Ed and Eddie and all those old ones, and like throughout, and I was kind of a night owl as well. And what Norway would do is that they put all the new cool stuff on midday, and then towards the night they put on like the older cartoons, so just fill up the hours. But the thing is with the older cartoons is that they didn't have translations, like they didn't have dubbed. They weren't dubbed, so they were actually with text. So that Yabba Dabba Doo that I've heard like later in my years throughout references, I actually completely recognize that because when I watched that in my younger years, they all spoke in English, and it was texted in Norwegian. And
what would Yabba
I don't really know where
Dabba
I'm going
Do?
with this, but yeah, basically I watched this show and I'm familiar with it, but it went very far into the night.
Yabba dabba do.
What is Yabba Dabba Do in Norwegian?
I don't know. They never translated it. I just told you.
But
He
like
just said
this-
it was in English,
But
Eldrin.
he said there was text.
Yabba
Yeah, it was
dabba
texted. They
Norwegian.
just said Yabba Dabba Doo when he said Yabba Dabba Doo. I'm not
Wow.
kidding.
So
Yabba dabba doos in Norway.
They just say it with an accent. It's the same. You just say it with an accent.
Yeah,
Is there
I like
really
this
like
one.
this one though.
a fan of the Flintstones, Kevin? Are you like ooh Flintstones, or are you just like you know?
I watched it as a kid, but I was not a huge fan of it.
Oh, okay.
I think this is well executed. I think it's really, really sharp.
Fred's face.
That's why I was.
This minifigure is pretty funny though.
It reminds me of Squidward's face before he got a molded head. He just had a really weird face print.
Which Squidward?
but,
The old ones from SpongeBob or the new one from the Avengers?
Spoilers, dude.
Points for you.
Yeah, Squidward.
Spoiler alert,
Squidward's in the
Squidward
new
is in
Avengers, guys.
But did you see that on Nickelodeon's social media channels they did a side by side of Squidward and that guy from the film?
Did they really?
I think it
That's
also
right.
got like retweeted by like the SpongeBob account and all that, so it's pretty good.
Oh my gosh.
Incredible.
I like it when they like kind of jump in on the joke. And I saw Boomerang did something similar with like Bugs Bunny like fading away Elmer Fudd's arms. It was great.
It was like the old Viking episode with Elmer Fudd.
Yeah.
in Spanish. It's good stuff. Cross promotion, man.
So,
Squidward.
Gosh.
Last set, there's a bike.
So
There's a
next set,
motorcycle.
we have a Technic set that we get every year, but instead of all Technic, some of it is
It's
made
all
out of
black.
system this
It
time.
has system.
Yeah, that's it. So
Really,
You know, this-
really cool looking build.
I will say
There's an
that
idea
there is
set.
there's people out there that like Lego that are a huge fan of like motorcycles and cars, and they are like super eager for just some completely detailed model that just has all the cool bits and pieces and looks all smooth instead of that technic aesthetic that we have now. So like,
yeah, I can definitely see the appeal to that, especially.
yeah,
with
I can
Technic
definitely
as
see that
popular
some
as it
people
is.
out there are just like, I want this, and I do actually genuinely think like it's not something completely cool and out of this world in terms of like the core concept here because it's just a motorcycle, but I think this would make a great set. I think this is in the higher end of things that have made it to the review stage.
Sure.
So, yeah.
Yeah,
How are you
it's
guys-
definitely not something that appeals to me personally, but I can absolutely see why people would like this. So I do like this, and it's a unique submission for sure.
As someone who's like staunchly against riding motorcycles, like sure there's the cool factor, but they're just the most unsafe thing you could ride, and it's already dangerous to be on the road to begin with.
Oh, dude, I want a motorcycle
What
so
a
bad.
weak loser.
Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna trade in my car for a motorcycle so I can give you all rides. It'll be great.
Do
yeah,
it.
okay. I think that
Sun
this
in
is
purple.
this is stop this. Gosh, purple
No,
every
Stay.
week.
Stay purple.
not every.
But anyway, I think this is very well built, but it's a BMW, so all the cool factor is sucked out of it.
Wait, it's a BMW,
What?
but
Yeah.
it's a bicycle. How is it? What?
But they make
It's the big motorcycle winner.
oh my
Isn't
gosh.
BMW like cars? Did I miss something? I don't know.
You know that
What's-
Blicker got sold.
I know, right? My donuts. What?
Yes.
Oh man. I don't know anything about like cars and stuff, man. I feel like that was a really stupid question, so we're just gonna. That's it. That's
It is.
All right. That's all I got
There's the
ideas.
those were all right. Those were all the 10 different projects that qualify for reviews. So they're not in the super review stage. Is that what that means, basically? Because like we have some. No one said anything.
No.
Because we have under here it says results coming summer.
Yeah, okay, so
No,
this,
this is from-
yeah, those are all the ones that got qualified. They got the 10,000 and they're qualified for being reviewed. But the ones that I posted just here, and I'll post this in the YouTube chat as well, these are the ones that are currently in review. So,
Okay.
the
Yep.
pop-up book, the boathouse diner, the lighthouse, the car, the shop, the brick race, and the Christmas Story house.
RuPaul's Brick Race.
Oh, so we haven't even touched upon the ones that like are actually out in review, right? Okay.
Yeah, most people assume that it's probably going to be the pop-up book. Like, people
Is,
don't-
another point to that too is that's also Jason Alleman who did the maze.
Oh, that makes sense.
I mean, and that is a huge factor. I mean, if you just think about public, or I should rather say community perception of, hey, that's not fair. The same guy got it again. Oh, it's not him by himself. He does have a partner, which he didn't have with the maze. It was a solo show, but it's the same factors into the thinking.
Yeah, that's fair. And like these other three, like buildings, the dive shop, the diner, and the lighthouse, they were all made by the individual who made the old fishing store. Like all three of those.
That guy has been like, if you look into him, I don't remember his name off the top of my head, but if you go into his account, like the stuff he's submitting, he's got like an entire street of
Yeah.
like
Like a whole town.
sea town. Yeah, and all of them, I mean, it's no joke. Like all of them are getting up to like 7,000, 8,000. I mean, look, he already has another one, or he has 2 more in review.
Three.
2 of these are his.
Wait, 2?
It's insane. Insane. Is it 3? It might be 3.
It might
They have
be
a
3.
dive shop.
I
He's
think
got
it's
a lot of them,
Boathouse.
so. And they're like all the same like quality and like really good too. So it's just like wow.
That's the skill. You put it on there, and it's like, oh, another 10,000. I'll put another one on. Oh, there's another 10,000. I'll just do one more.
Man.
Awesome.
Great.
I like ideas. I
All
like
right.
ideas a lot.
Ideas are neat. People having good ideas about life. They're like, it matters.
Which of
Health is
these
such
do you
a cool
guys
stuff.
the things that the ones that we went through just now, which is probably taking up like almost the entirety of the podcast because we keep getting sidetracked, but that's fine.
Stitch and Flintstones are cool.
We more like you.
Yeah, it's. I'm really. You guys. No,
It was a joke.
I just randomly have this.
I
was gonna say
actually.
you guys made Brickfeed mine, but actually there was a course of different events that made like Brickfeed ending up as my show. But disregarding
Indeed.
that completely,
No.
which one of
Ideas.
these sets do you guys think are gonna
Stitch.
like Stitch?
I'm gonna be a
What
little bit of a cynic.
I think Flintstones is the most likely to get picked. I think.
I don't think any of them.
What'd you say, Kevin? I didn't hear
Stitch.
you. Oh,
I think I would
Stitch,
vote
okay.
for Stitch. Yeah.
Yeah, but which one do you think realistically is going to be like D1? You know, I know. Like I wasn't.
Or
Just, I was
let
saying to
me-
everybody.
if I could reiterate, because I want to actually say this on air, Kevin, which one do you think will be picked?
There it is. Hashtag that bad boy.
I'm sorry. I apologize on his behalf.
Yeah, but basically, what I was trying to make with my question is not the ideas that you want to win, but which one do you think is going to win, basically.
I would say, based on my experience, I think Stitch probably has the highest probability.
Okay.
I just want to
If any of them go.
It's not
Yeah.
gonna
See,
happen.
that's what I'm thinking. I don't think any of them are gonna get picked.
Not a single one.
Not a single one. I don't think that
I think
we're
that's
going
very
to.
realistic. This has happened before.
Yes, this is absolutely. This has
Times.
happened before. I'm going to be a little cynical. I don't think any of these realistically are going to be selected to be sets.
Yeah, because they're all pretty good ideas,
That's
except for the
surprising.
Star Wars one, and that means not happening.
I just.
Basically.
So okay, so is it not possible for multiple idea submissions to be picked?
But that's happened too, I think.
in a better timeline, probably. But not
Yeah,
the
that
one
has
we're in.
happened before as well.
Okay. Because
Twice
Okay.
there's been 2 in one run. I think.
Really?
Okay, so then to clarify, the reason that you think that none of them will be picked is because there's too many good submissions?
It's so good. You just
Yeah.
can't handle them.
Well,
No,
that was a
I think-
combination of two. Like
It just seems like if that's the case, then surely multiple would be picked, right? Or am I missing
in a
something
perfect
here?
world.
Yeah, I mean, from my experience, I mean, it really comes down to the best mass appeal, what's going to sell the best, and then
Mhm.
the different markets, and the markets really hold all the power. I mean, they do.
Right. Yeah, that makes.
It's these are the people that are responsible for these different countries and these different areas, and they have a lot of weight to their votes. And so when they're saying, oh yeah, so and so would resonate exceptionally well in an Australian market, that's gonna weigh in. Got like the heavy hitter markets, North America, or I should say U.S. The U.S. is a major market. China is a major market. I mean, they have more weight to their votes, and so if you take that into consideration, I mean, yeah, that first plane, it's a creator plane. Second
Yeah.
one,
All right.
confused for military. Or the treehouse one, I don't know. I just don't necessarily see it. Maybe, maybe not. I just can't see a marketer saying there's appeal to that. Sell it.
Yeah.
Family friendly, Disney. There's already a relationship there. School build. Modulars, no. There's already modulars. Plane, the Amelia Earhart. It's kind of neat. It's kind of cool. But again, it's already a builder who's succeeded in winning, so that's going to be a factor, and it might be a detrimental factor. Mystery Science Theater, no way, not going to happen. Flintstones, I really feel like other markets outside of the U.S. wouldn't see an appeal in this. I could be wrong.
Okay.
I could be totally wrong. I just don't think they.
I
but
think so. I don't really see much of this
Yeah,
at all.
that's fair. I think Flintstones definitely has a bigger draw in the U.S. for sure.
Yeah.
Bicycle.
Kevin, do you just want this? Like, I can just give this show to you because that was
Do it.
that was
I want you to do
informative.
I really want to watch you in like a calm way. Sit there and be like, I mean, just take the regular review videos and then just adapt that template to you. So sit there and go, we're gonna look at the 10 finalists. This gray box built by user blank. It would be great. It'd be perfect.
This monstrosity that you're calling a Star Wars airplane is an absolute piece of you can go there. But anyway, moving on. So, Lego ideas.
That's all
I have
time we
absolutely we have some more time as well. So that's the first thing on the news docket. We got like things.
That was the first thing on the news docket?
Number one.
Yeah.
How much time? We don't have enough time left, do we?
We have like 10 minutes, maybe. So let's
let's just say screw the news docket. Let's get into the extra mock.
Are we really? Oh, okay.
We only got 10 minutes left,
I mean,
man.
here, look. I can tell you everything that's happened in Lego in like a minute. It's not like it's very easy to summarize. Roller coaster, Lego City, Unikitty stuff, and the Ant-Man and the Wasp set. One of at least rumored to be 2.
Which was horribly disappointing.
Sorry, all the audience members on YouTube who clicked this thinking that we're going to be talking about Ant-Man and the Wasp because it was in the thumbnail. My bad.
Some people said they saw an Infinity War thumbnail.
Oh, we actually have 5 things then. We should.
That's strange.
We should talk really fast about the little Aquazone looking thing.
Wasp's minifigure is quite poor.
Yeah, it's very controversial. People have been.
Is it?
Yeah, like people have been really complaining about like the Wasp helmet just does not look anything alike that it does in the movie, and they're using the old mold for Ant-Man itself. That's fair, but like people expected, I don't know, just something more than just a print on like one of the old like Marvel helmets. They use that for a lot.
Isn't the Wasp helmet the one that they started using like last year? And they used in the
set. Yeah, this is the same.
Detroit.
This is the same mold they used for the Vulture.
Yes.
The Spider-Man Homecoming.
It's just like your generic
well.
helmet piece that you can just print whatever you want on it.
I'm pretty sure that's also Iron Man in the Mighty Micro set.
Yeah, they've used it.
Yes. Yeah.
They've used that a lot basically, and the Wasp is a pretty big character, and
I can see why that would upset people.
Yeah, and she doesn't have any printing besides her helmet and
her wings aren't even exclusive. They're like fairy wings.
Her torso looks like someone. I think minifigs something. I don't remember what it's called.
Man and a fairy.
But he had like basically the minions in the Justice League sets who also have like these insect-like wings. They had like a unique like a plastic print.
They had unique molds.
They had unique. They had unique wings, basically, and she just get, like, fairy... Like, she just seemed like they completely just botched that character altogether, and it's just...
Interesting. Yeah, I can see that, because, like, this movie's, the movie they're promoting, it's as much the Wasp movie as it is Ant-Man's.
Indeed.
It's kind of a shame they didn't give her minifigure any attention.
Yeah, like, if you look at what Meso posted on Discord, that is a throwaway mini you probably see for, like, 3 or 5 seconds. That, doesn't have a name
disappointing.
Or anything. And there's this level of detail and care put into this character. And then we have Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Ant-Man's is great, but wow, Wasp.
But the Wasp, she has no leg printing, they...
Man.
Reused helmet, reused wings, no leg printing.
Yikes.
Yeah. So that's why people are upset.
Yikes.
With that said, though, the gray minifigure... I love it. I like it. It has a really cool aesthetic.
You just like it because it looks like a Destiny character.
It does look like Destiny character. You could definitely put a cape on that and it just looks like a hunter, I like that a lot.
Yeah.
No idea what she is, what she does. I think she like...
You can phase through things.
But she's just a less known Shadow Cat then?
Sure,
she can look,
I don't even
she
know
can
that.
look like a garbage character from a garbage game.
Shut your face.
Ah!
The shade has been thrown.
But yeah, so that's the Ant-Man set. It has controversial minifigures, and that's pretty much everything. That's all people talk about regarding like Lego minifigure sets? Because that's what Marvel.
But aside from the Wasp,
sets.
those other minifigures are freaking awesome, man.
Yeah, you know, which makes it really weird when you look at them side by side. And you're just like, what
It really
happened to
does.
the Wasp? I think the
only
intern.
set.
The only
The Ant-Man?
The only set. I think so. The only one that we've seen that is.
It's rumored to be one of two, because when it was announced, the word used was sets. So we assume that there's going to be more, and people believe it will be just two, like Black Panther.
Because the thing I noticed for sure, seeing all the insane controversy, which I always find interesting, is the colors of Wasp's torso, which is just not at all like the movie. Then again, I have known in the past that Marvel in particular, because it's Disney in particular, seems to hold a lot of stuff that the designers really need very close to the chest.
Yeah.
For example, one of my favorite sets of all time, Iron Man versus the Mandarin Ultimate Showdown.
The flamethrower buggy of doom!
Call it the bumper car. I said it's a flame-throwing bumper car. I remember talking to the team and in Denmark, and they said they were very frustrated because they couldn't get any of the material they needed to do it, so they had to like guess based on trailers and stuff. And I'm like, what are you emotional arrangements?
From these trailers, our entire market team has decided that he's probably going to end up fighting Iron Man in a bumper car. So we're going to make that set, and we're going to sell it. What?
Oh man. I mean, you can like that Iron Man suit looks nothing like the suit in the movie.
It's great. The name is what's the best about it, though. Iron Man versus the Mandarin Ultimate. It's got 4 lines of text on the box.
I love that one.
Like 4
That's
inches
a
by 4
legendary
inches.
set.
I think, yeah.
Just to read from Vin, lunch break is over. Good timing, because I immediately threw up in my mouth upon seeing that Mandarin set again.
Hey, trivia from Brickfeed in the chat. That set was apparently the same person who designed Kai's Fire Mech.
Really? Okay, that is fascinating to me on a personal level.
Which Kai's Fire Mech? The new one or the old one?
The one from probably the Ninjago movie. Did you
Okay.
clarify Brickfeed?
I think that's a small one. Oh,
New
no.
one.
Whoa!
Okay, yeah, the big one.
Nothing to do with fire, basically.
What an upgrade.
No kidding.
Definitely.
Goodness gracious. Yeah, no, this wouldn't be the first time, additionally, that, like, minifigures were affected compared to their movie counterparts, because I remember in the Tanker Truck Takedown, the Spider-Man in that set had a very different chest symbol.
Why did you say that name?
What did you say that name?
Nuts!
The Spider-Man also had a different design in the movie too, prior to it actually being released. So
And-
that makes sense.
That was the symbol that was in the concept art.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm sure they also CGI'd over the suit that they actually had Tom Holland wear on filming. So the suit that they had filming looked completely different than the one that's in the movie. So
Yeah.
I can imagine that was pretty frustrating to try and make a minifigure for.
And let's not forget Kylo Ren's shuttle. That's also that's a big one as well. We could probably go through all this. Do we have time for the extra mock, guys?
Yeah, let's go through the extra mock real quick. Let's do that.
All right. So this is a pretty special extra mock here because lately, I don't know what's going on, but like for the longest time now, there's been kind of like Galador. It's been kind of creeping up on the Lego community everywhere.
I thought you were about to say Flickr seems like it's been dying. I thought for sure you were going to say that.
I'm gonna cry after this because like Flickr's been my home ever
Don't
since
get
I
him
started
started.
the internet, and now he's gonna die. You know.
Right, sorry.
By
It just sounded like you
donuts?
were gearing up for it.
But no, you know we had that April's Fool where someone made like CCBS Galador. That was neat, and also I think we have the
Man.
Nick Bluetooth actor.
Who the
He's going to be coming to Brickfeed
Yeah, it's going to
as a
Brickfeed.
guest.
I was say, whoever made that like CCBS Galador figure, they must be like some kind of a fellow. They're weird. I mean, ugh. Who would do that?
Connections.
And so, with all this Galador stuff in mind, I I think one of my friends as a kid, he had a Galador, and I'm just like, he said this is Lego. I'm just like, are you sure? Yeah, well, I don't know what it was. It was the guy. Who's like,
Wow, X.
He's like black and purple.
What was it? Nepal?
What?
Was it Euripides? Was it Allegra, or was it Nick Bluetooth? You gotta be more specific.
I don't know. I know it's not Nick Bluetooth. He's literally the only one I know. But anyway,
How do I?
I've seen very little.
Extra.
I've seen very little. Okay, I'm gonna try to get eventually. But anyway, I've seen very little of Galador, but somehow this guy made a mock and captured the Galador aesthetic in minifigure scale. His name's the Secret Walrus, and he made this thing, and I linked in the chat, and there you go.
But first, I have an anecdote about how
Fantastic.
Galador should come back next year.
No,
before we
oh
talk
my-
about the mock. No, I'm kidding.
Gosh.
Okay, Nick Voss, you can leave. No.
I do. I gotta shout. We're shouting out the Secret Walrus again, Anthony Wilson, who has been shouted out I think like 20 times on Brickfeed thus far.
So
He
deserved.
was,
So deserved. I've gone on the record saying he's my favorite mockist at the moment, and I like basically everything that he makes.
If
It's been great to
Galador
watch
came
his
back
evolution.
as a system theme, and it had this
Which he
aesthetic,
will.
not like this complexity of build for every set, but this general aesthetic, these colors, this
Mm-hmm.
architecture design, I would be all over it. It looks so cool.
Yeah, I
and
do
so
really like
fresh.
that. It seems like one thing that Ninjago has kind of hit on it, but like the sort of like the cyberpunks, not cyberpunk,
I don't know what to
Tokyo,
call this. It's
almost.
like a pulp sci-fi.
Steam-
I don't.
no, yeah, cyberpunk. I use right. For whatever reason, I thought I said steampunk, but cyberpunk was right. On that they've
Really?
kind of
It's
touched
not-
upon that
it's
I think.
not- Cyberpunk is more like it would be really dark and purple and it'd be raining. You know.
Which, to be
yeah,
fair,
well, yeah, like a.
I've seen the scene that this is from. It was dark, and I think it might have been raining.
Yeah, did you check out the latest Ninjago season? The show?
Super edgy, but of course he
I
didn't.
haven't checked out a single.
It
season
wasn't
of
raining, but it
Ninjago.
definitely had the futuristic, dark, and like neo-future aesthetic that I think is
Well,
what
yeah.
is kind of emulating, and I think that would make for a cool theme if they were to focus on that a little bit more. Because Ninjago kind of has it, but this I feel like it's going in a slightly different direction, but like a kind of a futuristic sort of city. I don't know, maybe a post-apocalypse kind of like, you know, alternate reality sort of thing. That could be a cool theme. So I think this is sort of going in a similar direction. Like, I don't know, aliens and stuff. Kind of like one of those weird Rick and Morty
Cyberpunk
alternate
doesn't usually
worlds.
have aliens, so.
I'm not
Cyberpunk
saying.
critic.
I don't. If you,
I'm
if you
saying
examine-
aesthetically.
If you look at all the Lego themes, I think you could make that same statement for every single theme ever produced. It's like, but castles don't have walking skeletons, but underwater, divers don't have manta rays that are humanoids. It's just- you can just keep going. But ninjas don't
Exactly.
fight statues that are, actually walking about, and
Robots
Yeah.
don't land
So,
on
yeah, I-
beaches.
I like
No,
this mock, and
no.
if they were to reboot Galador, I think this is a cool direction to take it in.
Yeah,
I just like all the different details that he's managed to put in here, and has like a very smooth, very satisfying aesthetic. And
Yeah. It's
his
got a
mocks are
very
just
like
well made.
it's got a really tiered sort of like building system to it, like the Ninjago City had too, where it has like the layers of the building, like the underground sort of like tunnels, and then the street corners, and then like the upper levels and stuff. Really, really nice kind of system there. So I like that.
A lot of great uses of parts all around. Can even see a lot of newer parts being used, particularly in like. Okay, I'm gonna describe where. But it's the olive green door, and like a bit on top of there's this red light, and that's the little Nexonite spider used there for like a little bit of detail. And I just
Ooh.
I like that he used that, and there, you can see bonkel pieces. You know, it's just-
Yeah, bonko pieces.
yeah, and I like that. Like I don't know what these characters are called, but I instantly recognized who these characters were.
well,
Galador,
You see,
like, looking
X,
at them.
those characters
All right,
from
tell
left
me.
to from left to right, the small, short guy with the ice spear, that's Nepal. And he used to be like this great
His
warrior.
name is Nepal.
Yeah. Nopol, I think it is.
No Paul. There's no
okay,
Paul.
I was right the first time.
There's
Nepal.
Nick
Never
Paul's
mind.
present.
It was
There's Nick Bluetooth.
Yeah, it was Nepol. Yeah, but it's Nepal,
LJ,
and then
the Galador expert.
next to him is Jans, and he's a robot, and he's super smart.
Like Sans.
I think
Jans.
Jens. Fudge! Dang it! Ah! I'm forgetting.
Alright, I'll just. LJ
Man,
trying
you are
to impress
really
the
disappointing
Galador community.
everybody.
No!
Stumbles and falls right in the
I love it. I love how that
I'm
backfired.
sorry.
That was great.
Okay,
Well, listen,
let me
okay.
explain to you the Galador character.
Okay,
So,
listen,
left
I
to
know
right,
Nick,
there's
I know
Galador
Gorm,
guy.
I know Euripides. Euripides, most of my mind is spent remembering how his name is pronounced, okay?
I really like Galador. He's a cool guy. He's my favorite minifigure.
Get out!
I like how Kevin was in like a semi-calm and very structured show with LJ for a very long time, and and then there's just this panic button show that's going on right here. There's just
Quite jumbled.
It's pretty entertaining.
I tried.
yeah. I hope you're having fun on this crazy ride. There's this podcast. Today.
Hey, look, it's Mick Redteeth, my favorite character.
Is there actually a guy called Mick Redteeth?
There is. I love him. He's really
Is
complex.
that
and
really
weird
his
kid.
name?
No,
Yes.
don't pay attention to him.
Can someone please confirm in the chat Mick Redteeth as bad guy?
AT, Brick Thing, forgive me.
Brick Thing said yes. That means that's canon, everybody. That's canon. You heard it here first.
It's canon.
It's canon. In the Galador lore. I shouldn't be laughing because I'll probably come to my house and yell at me.
You are now the Pablo Hidalgo of Galador.
Yeah, right. I'm the public enemy of the Galador, and all 7 people will be after me. Oh.
The Galador holiday special was not canon. Not canon.
I feel
We should really watch that show sometime though, because I have not seen it. Has anyone here watched Galador at all?
yes, I have.
Well,
Not
that was.
Although-
Not with
yeah.
close enough attention.
You wouldn't be able to tell based off of that blunder. I feel ashamed. I feel like
You should.
I've let Brick Thing and AT
What if-
down.
There's no reason.
Quiz the Wiz back again.
That's
Someone
for Bionicle!
explain what glitching is.
I never said I was a Galador whiz, okay?
Definitely have to watch it. If anyone hasn't watched it, we have to watch it before Brick Fair. I think that's kind of it seems like a decent courtesy to watch
that's
what
what I've
the
been
actors
saying.
there.
Yeah, Matthew Awald is gonna be at Brick Fair, and I've been telling these guys, we gotta watch Galador.
I found out that there was I didn't realize there was a Galador game, like a video game.
Oh.
Game Adore.
Or the Sega Saturn maybe, but somebody else in the YouTube community enlightened me to it. So now I need to play it.
I was sent this game by Brick Thing and for the PC, and according to him, it is an amazing experience that I cannot wait to get involved in. I think it was unfinished. It's not a complete game, and I don't even think it was translated.
That's some pretty bad business.
Yeah,
Was it translate from what language? What?
I'm not 100%
Did
certain.
he make
Assuming
it in
probably
French?
Danish.
Like what?
Or language, whatever language they use.
Oh wait, they all speak Galador.
So we're in the prioritization list. Where is Galador and Mario?
Oh no.
What?
Well,
Okay.
Galador's clearly superior.
Okay, so
I mean, in terms of before Brick Fair, you have goals to meet.
okay, no,
Where is the
Mario is going to be started at
Good
Brick
question.
Fair because I want you to be there to kind of hit the bottle
To
on the
happen?
ship as it takes off from harbor, and see me
you
actually.
wanna-
Are you
you
guys
wanna-
going to Brick Fair
That sounds
just
like
to
an
play
excuse.
Super Mario together?
Yes,
That-
and so
that's-
you
that's
want
lamest.
to you want to sit there and pull out like a like a Super Nintendo controller, and you want me to smack you across the head with a bottle of champagne
No,
and say congratulations.
no, Mario Odyssey, of course, on the Switch.
That's fine.
Of course.
I thought Nintendo
But-
was like a very non-violent console. You guys are crazy.
No, so like the priority list here right now is it's Zelda Breath of the Wild, which that's gonna get finished
Right.
before Brick Fair, and then there's Galador,
Yeah, right.
which I'm gonna do a Let's Play series of. Also, I want to get that started before Brick Fair. I just need to get a second monitor, which is going to happen, or a third monitor rather, which is going to happen very soon. And then there's Mario. So Galador is above Mario.
Fair enough.
But what about Destiny? Don't answer that. Don't answer that. Don't answer that.
Okay, because yeah, my garbage can's next to me, so.
Ah!
Oh,
Wow.
shots fired.
Fast.
I did. Really did.
All right.
We're probably getting to the point where we should begin ending.
But I want to talk to
Sad.
Kevin.
This should not. We
I
do
just-
not have enough. We have like 6 news that we didn't even talk.
We
spent
spent the whole
minutes.
time talking about ideas.
We should not.
I genuinely like. I brought in like all this week, and then
I guess you
just-
could say it was a bad idea.
Yeah.
In mid scream, I must say. That was
Like I said, I don't even know how I say stuff, and it happens. It's crazy.
I'm
But,
amazed.
You know,
you
I
haven't
saw.
gotten in trouble.
I have gotten in trouble. You have no idea. Anyway,
Fair enough. Like
but
in the
there-
Chick-fil-A.
I knew this was gonna be. I kind of knew what this was gonna be because like I looked through all the news and everything we got, and like at the very end, I heard from LJ that it's just like there's Lego ideas stuff, and I'm just like, oh, we're just gonna talk about that throughout the entire thing.
Oh, so it's my fault.
forget.
Yeah, everything, every little thing that happened ever is your fault. You know, I toasted some bread today.
X in the show.
I burnt myself, and it's all your fault.
But
You know,
Barb, we want to
And
talk to
Flickr is
Kevin.
being bought by donuts.
X hurt himself today to see
know.
if he still feels.
There's these weird little donuts on the Flickr logo.
The triggering begins.
Dude, I'm gonna go
Got
to America and I'm gonna see a donut. I'm just gonna have like life like a Vietnam flashback. I'm just gonna be like, no.
It flickers out of existence.
Ah, I like it.
Kevin,
It
what-
was good. It was clever. Plickers.
Say
Would
your
you
thing,
think
Kevin.
it could? Do you think if you had enough money, you could convince like a Dunkin' Donuts to say, "Hey, I'm this guy. I do YouTube things. Can I just freak out and trash your donuts for the sake of content online? If I buy like 50 of these,
Oh yeah, definitely.
Freak out and
It's
just
crazy
start
what
ripping
people
them
do
off?
with money.
all right, maybe that's put a pin in that.
Kevin,
Stick that one on
what?
the board.
Kevin, I'm gonna we're gonna close this down here, but like I just want you to say your thoughts on this. But like, what did you have in mind when you were joining this podcast today? I don't know. Was it? Yeah. There you go.
Did you get everything you hoped for?
Yeah, there you go. English. He knows.
And so much more. I mean, really.
I'm glad.
I enjoyed the fact that I had no idea what to expect coming in. I
Oh,
enjoyed
that's
that.
great.
Like, I haven't been on too many podcasts. I think probably majority of them are Beyond the Brick interviews, but I usually know on a vague idea, like here's some questions we're going to talk about, or here's the general format. And this was kind of like, okay, let's just go in.
Yeah.
What's going to happen?
Well, I
So-
do regret we didn't talk like about you more. So perhaps another time
I
we'll do
enjoyed
like
I
a
thought we
full-on
did that
proper
a lot.
interview.
I asked him his thoughts on planes and stuff. That
Thoughts,
was
yeah,
really-
but like I mean, like a formal.
Is that
kind
not
of
how you
interview
do it?
thing.
Well, we just have to get him
We'll
on
do both.
again. Do you enjoy podcasting on people's podcasts, Hinkle? Do you like to Hinkle on the podcast? You like doing that?
Do I like to hinkle the dink?
Don't repeat what I just said. Just answer the question.
I have a lot of concerns right now.
Purple. We're not part of this. We don't have the same. Alright.
I can't hear you. What are you saying?
You broke it. You broke it.
You're not part of this.
X, you have the ability to save yourself.
Really?
Broken the cat. You've broken the show. The show is broken.
Oh, yeah, we're supposed to end like 20 minutes.
You know how you could end this?
I don't know.
Snap your fingers and half of it will go away.
It didn't work!
God.
Here, maybe as a consolation, we could let Kevin lead us out.
That'd be cool.
So yeah, anyway, this was the Brickfeed podcast. And we had a great time. My name is EXX Trooper.
My name is Meso.
It is Var.
That's not fair. I think you really did break up. You didn't actually.
Nope. I seriously, I didn't break up at all.
Alright, Kevin, it's your turn, man. You need to do the DJ thing.
Kevin, come on, be professional.
Be professional. Beatbox.
What are you
My
doing? Perfect.
It was like a long drive. You know, that's. I can also do this. I'm really cool. Yeah. All right. Anyway.
Hear the music.
So,
Hey, that's good. I
Yeah,
like
he's
those.
good.
Nice.
It's
Timing there.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys. Hope you enjoyed this episode. We will see you guys next time.
Submit better stuff to my ideas, please.
Vote for Kevin.
Hey,
Wait, no.
box.
Hashtag crispy bacon. Yes. Whew. I remembered it.
What?
What?
Hashtag crispy bacon.
That is
Is that
state
supposed
of
to be
mind.
relevant to anything that we were talking about?
Yeah. Kevin
Yes,
understands.
You do not. You didn't listen to the Kevin LJ show thing. They talked
Oh,
about
no, I
crispy
didn't.
bacon.
I don't watch LJ's show. I'm not a fan of LJ.
Oh boy.